Today we're talking about fear versus desire slash love slash hope, whatever you want to call it, but why operating out of fear doesn't really get you what you want. A lot of folks tend to ask about why they're holding themselves back, self-sabotage, those kind of things, especially around, like finding your passions, like how do you find your passions? Well, I think one reason that it's difficult to find your passions is because if you're stuck in the world of fear, if you're reacting to everything all the time, if you're not taking the time to actually just take a step back and kind of take stock of what you have in your life and what you want to do, you're not able to actually find your passions because you're not pursuing your passions. Henry Ford, for example, the whole idea of the car, creating the car, that wasn't respond to a need in the market. Because the market, and here's a great quote, which I love. It's like, if you ask people what they wanted, they would have said they wanted faster horses. No one ever said they wanted a car, but cars were created, right? So these are examples of people who are creative. They weren't reactive to the market. And that's why things have changed. That's why they've been innovators in such a way that they changed the entire game for not just for their time, but for centuries after, for decades after, right? And now a century after. So think about that for your industry, for yourself, right? Whether for your business or for your individual your own development. What are some areas where you want to be more creative, right? Where you don't want to, you're tired of responding to things. You're tired of putting out fires all the time, or just being reactive to the market or to the world, right? What can you do for yourself to be more creative? How can you live into those values a little more and actually find those things that light you up and are able to let you feel your passions? Because a lot of times that we ignore our passions because, one, we don't even notice them because we're so caught up being reactive. We don't even notice the creative stuff that's happening, right? And two, we get into this routine and it becomes familiar, right? So it just becomes the way things are done. Like, things have always been done this way because that's just the way that they're done. And so we'll accept that as a status quo. So we make it okay to just be reactive as opposed to encouraging innovation and encouraging people to think for themselves and think outside the box, right? There never should be a box to begin with, right? If we take that box out of the picture, then there's nothing in the box. And there is no box. We're just talking about purely creative ideas. So that's living out of fear. That's a scarcity mentality. Like, I have to do this because of X. I have to do this. I have to do this, an obligation, or it's feeling like you're pressured to do something. You're not allowing yourself the freedom to make a choice. And there's always a choice, right? It may not be a comfortable choice to make, but it's going to be a choice. Any choice has impacts. Any choice has consequences. Any choice has results. And we may not even give ourselves permission to make that choice. So then how can you possibly find what your passion is if you're just reacting to the world and reacting to what's out there? If you guys like the video, hit the subscribe button, hit like. Please reshare this if someone is out there you want to share it with and who might benefit from seeing it. And yeah, take care, guys. Stay safe.